Win 4 tickets to opening day. Brought to you by PHL 17, the home of the National League champion Phillies.
Our regularly scheduled programs will not be seen this evening, so that we may bring you this special sports presentation.
Good evening, everyone, from Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. Welcome to Phillies baseball. Tonight, the Phils open a weekend series with the Cincinnati Reds. Jose Rijo goes for the Reds, and on the mound for the Phils, making his first regular season start, is Ben Rivera. Harry Callis, along with Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler, and Will Cincinnati has picked up a left-hand pitcher off the waiver wire from the New York Mets, Pete Schurig, joining the ball club. He'll be in uniform tonight.
Well, it just goes to show you, Harry, nobody has enough left-handed pitching in their bullpen. I mean, when a left-hander gets out there with any kind of experience, it seems like he always finds a job. Schurig, no exception. As you can see, his numbers last year with the Mets were not very good, but I think the Reds are just taking a chance and thinking maybe this guy can help them out. Ironically, during the offseason, the Phillies almost made a deal, and I shouldn't say almost, but they thought about a deal between the New York Mets with Ricky Jordan and Pete Schurig, and the Phillies did not want to trade Ricky Jordan for Pete Schurig. They're very, very happy that they didn't, obviously. Ricky playing well, and John Kruk getting a start tonight out in Reading, and we hope he'll be back real soon with us.
We'll keep you posted on how Krucker does with a Double-A Reading ball club tonight in his first start there in a rehab assignment. Whitey, Jim Eisenreich swinging the bat well in Colorado. Oddly enough, the first day he hit the ball really hard. Other days not so hard, but got his share of hits. But this park, he really loves to hit it.
Yeah, the worst ball he hit out there was a game winner. That little
right.
flea flicker down the left field foul line won the game for the Phillies. But some players just do that in certain ballparks against certain clubs. They just are hot there for some reason. They see the ball, they get their pitches or whatever it is. And Eisenreich was 12 for 18 against Cincinnati in this ballpark last year. That is unbelievable hitting, and it just happens, and nobody can explain it.
Ben Rivera will need to crank up a good one tonight, facing a fine pitcher in Jose Rijo. Back with the starting lineups after these messages.
Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds is being brought to you by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. The Yellow Pages 9 out of 10 people use, the genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. Your local Chevrolet Geo dealer. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. For 56 years, the health insurance company you can lean on.
Bud Light over here, please.
You got it.
Hey, Philly, the Bud Light camera crew is all over town looking for Bud Light drinkers to star in some new TV commercials. Just look for them anywhere you pick up an ice-cold Bud Light. The spotlight's on you, Philly.
Hey, guys, it's your turn in the spotlight.
So, what's going on tonight, Harry?
Have a Bud Light. See for yourself.
I can't believe there's so much to do. I can't believe the fun goes on the whole year through. The time of your life is just a phone call away. 1-800-VISIT-PA. America. America starts here in Pennsylvania. Good times any time of year. America. America starts here.
We have a rather large inventory of Dodge Shadows, and we're ready to move them out. That means right now you can get one with features like air conditioning, AM/FM stereo cassette, even the power of an available V6. And lots more, like a driver's airbag and 1,000 cash back. Meaning you should think about putting your Shadow into our Shadow. See your nearest nearest Dodge dealer today.
Back at Riverfront Stadium, Cincinnati, the Phillies lineup tonight has Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leading off. Mickey Morandini, second base, bats second. Ricky Jordan, the first baseman, hitting third. Dave Hollins, third base, batting fourth. Jim Eisenreich, right field, hits fifth. Milt Thompson, the left fielder, batting sixth. Todd Pratt catching tonight, hitting seventh. Kevin Stocker, the shortstop, bats eighth. Ben Rivera pitching and hitting ninth. Darren Dalton, a late scratch in the lineup tonight due to muscle spasms in the back. They're facing Jose Rijo.
6'3", 215-pounder. Will be 29 years of age next month on May the 13th, coming off a fine season last year, 14-9.
With an ERA of 2.48. Led the league in strikeouts, did Rijo, and Lenny Dykstra takes it high for a ball, 1-0. Rijo pitched the opener for the Reds and lost it to St. Louis. Working 5 innings, gave up 9 hits and 6 runs. Had quite a few strikeouts, 6 strikeouts and 1 walk. Tony Fernandez at third base, Barry Larkin at shortstop, Brett Boone at second, and Hal Morris at first. Joe Oliver catches. In the outfield, Kevin Mitchell, Roberto Kelly, and Reggie Sanders from left to right. Just missing.
Rijo's really given up on that forkball that he had for a few years. They say he throws fastball and a couple of different kinds of breaking balls. He's gone to the slider now when he's behind in the count. He'll use it quite a bit.
3 balls and 1 strike to Lenny Dykstra, dude hitting a .308. He's already scored a lot of runs in the 3 games at Colorado. Crossed the plate 6 times. He's walked 4 times. Full count to Lenny Dykstra. In and out of Joe Oliver's glove. Rijo lifetime is 197 and lost 77. 9-4 lifetime against the Phils with a good career ERA of 2.42. Since joining the Reds, he is 30 games over 500, 78-48. Bouncing ball tapped softly to Brett Boone, and he throws out Dykstra, 1 down.
From a 3-2 slider, and that's what you're going to see a lot of from Rijo in this ball game, and any game that he pitches is throwing breaking balls in fastball spots. He's gone to his slider more than anything over the last couple of years.
Here's Mickey Morandini in his first game this year. Even though Mariano Duncan had a really hot series in Colorado against this tough right-hander Rijo, Morandini playing, and Jim Fregosi also wants to make sure these guys stay sharp, so he's got to work them in.
Right, Harry. He wants to play everybody as you look at the Phil's manager there, and he's going to play Pratt tomorrow, but Pratt's going to play tonight because of Dalton's back spasms.
0-2 to Mickey Morandini.
Not the easiest guy in the world to come out of the chute against either, Jose Rijo. Even though he's a right-hander, he has that hard breaking ball and he can be very, very tough on left-handed batters.
227 strikeouts last year to lead the league. Finished 5th in the Cy Young Award balloting. Into center field, Roberto Kelly right there makes the play. That's 2 down, and that'll bring up Ricky Jordan.
He is Roberto Kelly now. Last year he started the season as Roberto Kelly. Right after the Reds left Philadelphia early in the season, he went to Bobby Kelly, and he said Bobby Kelly was hurt too much, so now he's Roberto again.
Pretty good Roberto ball players that I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Clemente, Alomar. One ball and no strikes to Ricky Jordan. Right there for a strike, 1-1. Missing, it's 2-1. Rijo's won 97 games in his major league career. He's just 28 years old. Taking Swinging on a big hop by Barry Larkin, and the Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the first. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. At the end of one half, Phil's nothing. Reds coming to bat.
You can't use a mobile phone to tell your boss you're running late.
You said 2:45, right?
To tell your client you're stuck in traffic.
Well, you know, where is he?
Or tell your wife your car's broken down.
Temperature dropping rapidly towards this evening. The showers.
Unless
hello,
the call goes through. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile.
It started with an idea that has now won the prestigious Thomas Edison Patent Award, which annually recognizes major innovations in technology. The award was won by Exxon for a gasoline additive that removes deposits for a cleaner engine, reduces emissions for cleaner air, and improves performance. Next time you fill up, rely on the award-winning gasolines from Exxon.
It's the first business person special of the season. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Tuesday, April 19th at 1:05 when the Phillies demolish, demoralize, and dismantle the Dodgers. Midweek, midday, April fun of the sun. Call 463-1000.
Bottom half of the first inning, and manager Davey Johnson's Cincinnati Reds lineup will have Tony Fernandez at third base leading off. Barry Larkin, shortstop, bats second. Hal Morris, the first baseman, hitting third. Kevin Mitchell in left field bats fourth. Reggie Sanders, the right fielder, will hit fifth. Roberto Kelly, center fielder, bats sixth. Brett Boone, second base, hitting seventh. Joe Oliver, the catcher, bats eighth, and Jose Rijo, the pitcher, hitting ninth. They're facing Ben Rivera.
Ben Rivera, Dominican, at 6'6", 250 pounds, 26 years of age, 13-9 last year in lifetime, 2-0 against these Cincinnati Reds.
Defensively, Dave Hollins at third base, Kevin Stocker at shortstop, Mickey Morandini at second, and Ricky Jordan at first. Aaron Dalton doing Todd Pratt doing the catching. In the outfield, it's Milt Thompson, Lenny Dykstra, and Jim Eisenreich. Aaron Dalton, a late scratch in the lineup due to muscle spasms in the back. We saw him taking batting practice, and he looked fine, spraying the ball all over the park.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just a temporary thing. Aaron Dalton is one of those guys the Phillies cannot lose.
1 ball and 1 strike to Tony Fernandez.
By the way, Ben Rivera, lifetime 3-1 against the Cincinnati Reds in 6 games, 2-0 last year.
Last year he pitched really well against these Reds. Kevin Stocker takes that one and throws out Fernandez. He was 2-0 with a 1.20 ERA last year.
Pitched into the 9th inning in a game here at Riverfront Stadium.
Umpires tonight, Gary Darling calling the balls and strikes. John McSherry at first base, Ed Montague at second, and Charlie Williams at third. Here's Barry Larkin, who's off to a slow start this year. The all-star shortstop, just 1 for 11. Tries to bunt his way on, bunts it too hard, and Ben throws him out. So Larkin, who was not picking up his hits, tried to bunt for a base hit, but not a good bunt. Got it right back to Ben Rivera. That'll bring on Hal Morris. Ben Rivera was one of the few Phillies pitchers who had a real good spring. He won 1, lost 1 at a 2.86 ERA.
Pitched very well his last time out against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
1 ball and no strikes to Morris. He's hitting .273 in the early going. The Reds have won 1, lost 1, and tied 1. Rained out in the 6th inning of an 8-8 game against St. Louis. That game will be played in its entirety with all the records counting. Be replayed in its entirety.
Yeah, the hitters like that, and the pitchers don't.
Not in an 8-8 game. 3 balls and no strikes to Hal Morris.
Phillies are playing Morris to pull a little bit more than they normally do with Dykstra, the center fielder, but they have Thompson way off the line because Morris does hit a lot of balls the other way. There you see the outfield defense.
3-1 to Morris. Hit .317 last year. Lifetime of .307 hitter, and he does get a lot of hits the opposite way to left field. He walked him. So Morris is a 2-out base runner, and that'll bring up Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell's hit in all 3 games thus far, hitting .364, a game-winning homer in extra innings against St. Louis. He's knocked in 3.
Phillies played these guys 3 times in spring training. 61 runs were scored in those 3 games, and Mitchell didn't play 1 inning. He was hurt most of the spring, and that's been his problem the last few years, injuries.
1 strike to Kevin Mitchell. Is high with a curveball. It's 1-1. Curveball hit to deep left field, and this ball is out of here. Home run, Kevin Mitchell. The Reds quickly jump on top 2-0 here in the first inning.
Well, Phillies pitchers have been giving up a lot of home runs, and in Denver they had 7 of them. A lot of them were just fly balls, but Mitchell is so strong. He looked like he got fooled a little bit, but that ball hung in the strike zone, and he just lofted it out of here left field. This is another very, very good hitting ballpark.
Here's the pitch.
And you see the hook, and he committed on it a little bit, but he loves the ball down, and he just kind of golfed it out of here.
That'll bring on Reggie Sanders. He's off to a great start, hitting a lusty .600. 2 home runs already. He really hits Phillies pitching. The Phillies pitching at a .419 clip last year, .367 lifetime. High fly ball center field. Dykstra there waiting. And that will retire the side, but the Reds put 2 on the board on 1 hit, a homer by Mitchell. No errors and none left at the end of 1. 2-0 Cincinnati.
Loan rates like ours come along even less often. Mellon PSFS, you're why we do our very best.
The fountain of youth. Advanced Formula Mobil 1 synthetic motor oil. In a test, it protected an engine for 200,000 miles. The result? Vital engine parts that looked as young as the day they were born. There was virtually no engine wear. If you're looking for the fountain of youth, you'll find it in a container of motor oil. Mobil 1 synthetic. It keeps your engine running like new.
Only one moon can inspire such great passion.
You should get an Oscar for tonight.
Thank you. Only one moon can inspire such great lunacy. And only one moon surrounded by so many stars.
You know Wayne Newton?
Yeah, I think he's great. Jonathan Winters, Raul Julia, Sonia Braga, and Richard Dreyfuss.
You're a funny guy.
Moon over Parador. Sunday at noon on PHL 17.
After 1 inning of play at Cincinnati 2 and the Phils nothing. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include afternoon games on Saturday and Sunday right here on PHL 17 and the Phillies television network. Pre-game show starts at 2 o'clock on both days, followed by the Phils and the Reds. Dave Hollins leads off for the Phillies. Hollins hitting at .417 so far this year. Only had 1 at bat right-handed, 1 for 1 right-handed, and 4 for 11 left-handed. Hard ground base hit center field. So Hollins is a leadoff base runner, and that'll bring up Jim Eisenreich.
Now, Hollins isn't a guy who runs, but one thing Mel Roberts is talking to him about right now is don't go wandering off first base, because nobody in this league, no right-handed pitcher in this league, has a better move to first base than Jose Rijo.
Eisenreich 12 for 18 in this ballpark, hitting a lusty .667. He gets jammed and pops it up into shallow right center. Brett Boone makes the play. So Eisenreich, a broken bat pop-up, fielded by Boone, 1 down. That'll bring up Milt Thompson. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Thompson, 1 for 3 so far this season. Lifetime of .300 hitter against Rio, including a home run. 1 ball and no strikes. He tops it foul, first base side. 1-1. Among our best to John Belial in Atlantic City, celebrating the birthday of the great Ron DePietro tonight, watching the ball game. Fouls that one out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dave Hollins at first with 1 down. Fastball didn't miss by much. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, that didn't miss by much. Close pitches to take. It's a full count.
See if Hollins goes here. Thompson could get a slider from Rijo.
Hollins does go, and Thompson beats it off his foot. Still 3-2 to Milt Thompson. A little bit of a gamble with a strikeout pitcher like Rijo.
The Phillies run a lot, 3-2 with 1 out, but your point about the strikeout pitcher, and that's what Rijo is. That's not even close to his move. We saw a pretty good one in Reynoso the other day.
Yeah.
Phillies feel that Rijo is the best.
Hollins goes again. It's hit on the ground to Boone, who underhands to Morris. Hollins moves up to second base on the ground out. 2 outs. It'll bring up Todd Pratt. This will be Pratt's first at bat of the '94 season. Darren Dalton being such a horse last year, Pratt only played in 33 games, but he had a good solid .287 with 5 home runs.
In just 87 at bats. Hit one of those home runs here off John Smiley last year in early June in a game that Ben Rivera pitched, the one we talked about where he pitched so well.
1 strike to Todd Pratt.
Darren Dalton is not on the Phillies bench at the present time. He's probably inside getting treatment for that back. He has back spasms.
One ball and 1 strike. Rijo was pitching in the major leagues at age 19 for the New York Yankees.
Ooh.
He's tough, and he'll be especially tough tonight, coming off a not very good outing on opening night against St. Louis. Just a high pass ball, and he struck him out, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. It's 2-0 Cincinnati.
Meet Bo and Abe, just 2 average teens from the planet Crouton with an insatiable appetite for fun, females, and food.
My brother and I were arrested for eating 75 gallons of ice cream.
These boys are bound to make you laugh.
You tell them we accept the challenge.
Do you guys take anything seriously?
Food, women. Women with food, naked women without food.
Hi, hello, how are you?
They came from outer space, weeknights at 5, beginning April 18th on PHL 17.
Perfect job.
Here we go.
The new Fila cross-training, running, and basketball shoes. You can look everywhere, but you'll only find them at Foot Locker.
Excellent. Hey, not the billboard. Awesome.
The new Fila running, cross-training, and basketball shoes. No matter where you see them, you'll only get them at Foot Locker.
This must be a conspiracy.
Taking a look at the weather, we've got a high-pressured system.
Sitting right here.
And that is bringing us nothing but beautiful, clear skies and...
Oh, Mr. Sunshine.
Is it just us, or are weathermen really only guessing?
But hold on.
It's gonna get better.
Clear as a bell.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Soaring.
Dry.
That's why we make the Isuzu Trooper. Because life's an adventure. Be prepared.
My prediction, it's gonna rain. Trust me.
Isuzu, practically amazing.
Ball fans 14 and under receive a free photo ball baseball featuring different National League champion Philly players, compliments of Burger King, when the Phillies rip-roar against the Cincinnati Reds. Saturday, April 16th, 7:05. For tickets, call 463-1000.
Here's the pitch by Downing. Swinging. There's a drive into left center field. That ball is going to be out of here. It's gone. It's 7:15. There's a new home run champion of all time. And it's Henry Aaron. The fireworks are going. Henry Aaron is coming around third. His teammates are at home plate. And listen to this crowd.
20 years ago today, the Hammer breaking the all-time home run mark held by the great Babe.
Trenton's Al Downing, the pitcher in that ball game, and a guy who became famous for catching the ball out there in the bullpen was Tom House.
Roberto Kelly leads it off. Sharp ground ball to shortstop. Kevin Stocker throws out Kelly. One away. That'll bring up Brett Boone. Well, the Phillies open at Veterans Stadium on Monday, 2:05 against the Rockies. A special day for celebration. Compliments of Pennsylvania's new 610 area code. If you haven't already purchased your tickets for the opener, sorry, you're too late. This year's home opener is sold out. But the Phils will also entertain the Rockies on Wednesday and Thursday night. Cincinnati will be in over the weekend, and then the Dodgers for 2. So for tickets, call 463-1000.
Brett Boone, there's his daddy Bob on the bench. Brett, a young man that we literally saw grow up. He was about 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old when Bob Boone joined the Phillies for the first time.
You want to hear it, Wheels. He just turned 25 2 days ago, and he lofts a high fly into right field, and Jim Eisenreich puts it away, 2 down.
I was talking to Brett before the game and about Aaron, his little brother. Actually, Aaron's the middle son now, and he said he is really a good prospect, too, and they fully expect Aaron Boone to play in the major league someday.
Plays for USC. Aaron does. Here's Joe Oliver. Oliver is hitting .333. Lifetime pretty good hitter against Rivera, 4 for 9.
Brett Boone looks just like his mom, Sue.
1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the second. 2-0 Reds on a 2-run homer by Kevin Mitchell. Pop foul. Out of play. A ball and 2 strikes to Oliver.
You don't like these guys in the major leagues we knew as little kids, huh?
This makes you feel
really
a little old when you realize he's 25 already. Seems like yesterday that we saw him shagging balls. Drilled down the right field line, but foul.
See a few of them now. Ryan Lazinski drafted last year in the Dodgers organization. Pete Rose's son playing professional baseball. Pete Rose's son was let go by the Baltimore organization and re-signed the other day by the Cleveland or by the White Sox. In fact, they say he might be playing with Michael Jordan.
Double-A ball?
Yep. That's as high as he's gotten so far.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Joe Oliver. Ground ball tapped to third. Hollins rifles wide. Hits the screen fronting the dugout of the Reds. It'll be an error on Dave Hollins. Hollins has had his throwing problems here in the early going this season.
Well, you see right here, this ball gets into the cutout a little bit, and he takes that extra crow hop. Right there, he probably should have thrown it. Now he takes the extra one, and the ball goes wild. Phillies caught a break, actually, because it hit the screen down there in front of the dugout, where Oliver would have been able to go to second base.
Brings up Jose Rijo, who's a pretty fair-hitting pitcher coming off a good year. He hit .268 last year, picked up 22 hits. Lifetime, he's close to the 200 mark, 196 lifetime. 1 strike to Rijo. Two quick strikes to Rijo. Good fastballs and in good location, outside corner at the knees.
He has a good fastball tonight, does Ben Rivera, but he got wild with Morris, and then Mitchell hit the curveball for a home run.
Hard ground ball, base hit, center field. So he had him buried 0-2 and then gave him a fastball right down the heart of the plate. Not a good location of that 0-2 pitch, and Rijo singles. He'll bring up Tony Fernandez.
That's right, Harry. Just a careless pitch, as you said, right down the middle. Actually, even tailed in a little bit. And Rijo is too good a hitting pitcher to just throw him a fastball down the middle and put it in play.
So the Reds have 2 men on base with 2 outs for Tony Fernandez. He grounded out to short his first time up. Fernandez, veteran shortstop, picked up at spring training by Cincinnati. Sole purpose of playing third base with the loss of Chris Sabo. Struggled for the Mets last year, hitting just .225, but with Toronto he hit .305. Line drive speared by Hollins, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left after 2-0 Cincinnati.
Bud Light over here, please.
You got it.
Hey, Philly, the Bud Light camera crew is all over town looking for Bud Light drinkers to star in some new TV commercials. Just look for them anywhere you pick up an ice-cold Bud Light. The spotlight's on you, Philly.
Hey, guys, it's your turn on the spotlight.
So, what's going on tonight, Harry?
Have a Bud Light. See for yourself.
It's back. It's better. It's the 3rd annual Great American Ford Sales Event at your Quality Plus Ford dealer with a great deal on America's #1 truck. Drive an F-150 for just $229 per month, the lowest payment of the year. Now with a driver's side airbag standard. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer and test drive the all-new Windstar and receive 12 movie rentals from Blockbuster Video. See your local newspaper for all details. Hurry, your Quality Plus Ford dealer's Great American Sales Event ends soon.
The Phillies play the Colorado Rockies in the home opener Monday, April 11th at 2:05 when all fans receive a free schedule magnet. Then again Wednesday, April 13th and Thursday the 14th at 7:35. A few new faces join the same group of gutsy, gritty gamers who gave you so much excitement, so many thrills in 93. Come back for more in 94. Reserve your tickets in advance. Call 463-1000. 463-1000 now.
The freshest potatoes, pure filtered vegetable oil. Hers, it's the way they're made.
You're watching Philadelphia's movie station, PHL 17.
Our trivia question tonight is brought to you by Dodge. Can you name the two active managers of the best winning percentages? Best winning percentage among active managers in the American League and the best winning percentage among active managers National League. Kevin Stocker will lead it off. Stock hitting at .273, bats left here against Rio. One strike. One ball and one strike.
What we're striving for in that question is some managers that had some longevity, too. I mean, not a guy that was just there for a year or something like that.
No, not necessarily. We're talking about winning percentage. Could be a...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because a guy
minimum
could be...
500 games.
Okay, thank you.
Minimum 500 games. Three balls and one strike. Gave him a 3-1 slider.
Yeah, that's what we talked about in the first inning. You're going to see a lot of that. Rio has become that kind of pitcher. Remember when he had that hard forkball? Doesn't throw it anymore. Fastball and a couple different breaking balls.
Ground ball fielded by Hal Morris. Feeds Rio perfectly. 4 out number 1. It'll bring up Ben Rivera. Ben hit .098 last year. He was among the league leaders in sacrifices with 13. Birthday wishes to Jim Barber in Wilmington, Delaware. Good slider.
Did Ben take a look out at him?
Rio's got a good slider tonight. Gave him a fastball, and it's right there. But the only reason I commented on a 3-1 slider to the 8-hole hitter, that kind of surprised me.
I think he thinks he can throw it for a strike when he wants, Harry.
Gave Rivera 3 nasty pitches and struck him right on out of there. Well, week from tomorrow, April 16th at 7:05. Phillies and the Reds will do battle at Veterans Stadium. We have a great new giveaway for all youngsters 14 and under. Photo balls featuring various Phillies players. Great keepsake for young fans. Compliments of Burger King. Order your tickets by calling 463-1000 or stop by any one of the many local Ticketmaster outlets. Lenny Dykstra grounded out his first time up. 1 ball and no strikes.
Happy 50th wedding anniversary tonight to Dick and Sarah Grundom of Dauphin, Pennsylvania.
Two balls and no strikes to Lenny Dykstra.
Rio, that slider that he's throwing to left-handed hitters is very effective because it bores in on them, and it's a tough pitch. Left-handed hitters don't want the ball above the waist. Most left-handed hitters are low ball hitters.
Now the outside corner with a breaking ball, 2-1.
And he throws it again behind in the count.
3-1. Good report on Tommy Green, who went back to Philadelphia for an MRI like today. His shoulder is fine, and he will be able to make his next start on Wednesday night at the Vet. That is caught by Roberto Kelly, and that's it for the Phillies in the third. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Reds.
People come in and say, why 5 grades of gasoline? I tell them offering only 3 grades would be like selling suits in small, medium, and large. Some people would get a good fit. Some could use a little tailoring. So if you want to know why we give you all these choices, think about the guy who needs a 41 long and picture him wearing a 39 short.
Retirement? I'm too young to be worried about retiring.
I'm set. I've been socking away a little of my paycheck every month.
The same company for almost 20 years. They'll take care of me.
You bet I got my nest egg covered.
In these uncertain financial times, turn to Nationwide Financial Services for a wide range of investment alternatives, most of which are tax advantaged. Because someday soon, the quality of your life may depend on the quality of your investments.
Any mulching mower can chop up grass, but the Honda Harmony lawnmower has an exclusive twin blade that cuts grass into fine particles and returns them to your lawn as fertilizer. There's no need to bag or dump clippings, and you get a better end result. The Honda Harmony mulching mower. Nothing's easier. For a free video, call 1-800-MULCH-21.
Is brought to you in part by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. And by AT&T Business Advantage. Let it work for you. Barry Larkin leads it off. Was out on a bunt try his first time up. Takes a strike. 0-1 to Larkin. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Dodge. Can you name the 2 active managers with the best winning percentages? The American and National Leagues, respectively, minimum 500 games.
Well, I'll just take a guess and go with a couple of grizzled veterans, Jim Leland and Sparky Anderson.
Good guesses. Both incorrect, however.
Lasorda?
No, that's a good guess also. One ball and 2 strikes. Line down the right field line off the end of his bat, and it's foul. Still 1-2 to Larkin.
Who's number 1 in the American League?
His first name is Clarence, Wheels.
Oh, of course. Cito Gaston.
Cito Gaston. 575 winning percentage.
How about the National League?
You're giving up?
Yeah.
This guy had some pretty good years with those New York Mets. Struck him out on a good breaking ball. First strikeout for Rivera.
I was thinking of, I never come up with Davey Johnson. That's who it is.
That's who it is. There he is. Davey Johnson, 573 winning percentage as a National League manager. How did he get fired by the Mets? He did have some really good years with me.
He and Frank Cashin just had a little, just butted heads a little bit.
Al Morris hits it on a big hop to Kevin Stocker, and that's 2 down. It'll bring up Kevin Mitchell, who's accounted for both runs in this game with a 2-run home run. Got a good report on Larry Anderson, Phillies pitcher, who rehabbing following arthroscopic knee surgery, threw 50 pitches today off the mound and said he felt good. Probably 49 of them were sliders.
Yeah, well, why would he throw it straight?
Yeah.
Norm Charlton pitched in a simulated game here today and did very, very well. So Phillies have a lot of good things going as far as that stuff goes. They're a little bit worried, though, about Dalton tonight not being in the lineup with some back problems.
2 balls and no strikes to Kevin Mitchell. Just missing 3-0. Mitchell looks down at Ray Knight, his third base coach. He might be swinging here. He is, and he smashes it way out of here to center field. A tremendous home run. Center field seats. Cincinnati now leads it 3-0. Boy, that was a poke, and he did have a green light, and Rivera threw him a fastball to hit right down the chute.
Yeah, he sure did. He hit a curveball first time. There, a 3-0 fastball. Mitchell, it looks like he's off the plate a little bit more this year than he used to be. He used to stand right up on top of it. Here, you see how he's off the plate more than he used to be, but right down the middle, tails into him. He's a low ball hitter, and did he crush it? And he knew it. Look at him watch it.
Brings up Reggie Sanders. 1 ball and no strikes to Sanders. He flied out to center his first time up.
Kevin Mitchell doesn't look like a prototype athlete with that body of his, but that man can really hit.
On the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Missing with a curveball. 2-1. 2 at bats, 2 homers for Mitchell, who's knocked in all 3 runs in this game. Out of play, 2-2 to Reggie Sanders.
Tough thing for the Reds because they know if they could count on Mitchell for a whole season, he's such an offensive force. But realistically, at this point in his career, it's hard to do that with him.
Chased the low breaking ball, struck him out. 2 strikeouts for Penn, but the Reds get the run on Mitchell's homer. 1 hit, no errors, and none left. Rich Ashburn joins Chris Wheeler in the 4th. At the end of 3, it's 3-0 Cincinnati.
Bud Light over here, please.
You got it.
Hey, Philly, the Bud Light camera crew is all over town looking for Bud Light drinkers to star in some new TV commercials. Just look for them anywhere you pick up an ice-cold Bud Light. The spotlight's on you, Philly.
Hey, guys, it's your turn in the spotlight.
So, what's going on tonight, Harry?
Have a Bud Light. See for yourself.
Introducing the new 1995 Lexus Coupe. After all, you only go around once.
I thought it was just excellent.
Incredibly tasty, incredibly juicy.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken at KFC. Try a juicy quarter, half, or whole and see how good it tastes.
Delicious.
And right now, for a limited time, you can get a quarter of the Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken, plus your choice of 2 delicious side dishes and a hot cornbread muffin, all for the special price of just $3.49. So hurry in for America's #1 selling rotisserie chicken.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken.
At KFC, we do chicken right.
Mickey Morandini leads it off against Jose Rijo here in the 4th inning. And the score is Kevin Mitchell 3 and the Phillies 0. Rich Ashburn joins us. Morandini fouls it off. Mickey hit a fly ball to center his first time up. This is his first ball game of the year. Morandini, Jordan, and Hollins here in the fourth. 3-0. Cincinnati leads it. Mitchell with a 2-run homer in the first and a solo bomb in the third. Base hit to left field for Morandini. Mitchell takes it on a big hop. So Mickey gets his first hit of the year and the second hit of the game for the Phillies, both of them singles. And that'll bring up Jordan, who grounded to short his first time up.
Rijo has fallen behind some hitters, and it hasn't hurt him any. He's been able to get that strike in there usually when he's needed it.
And almost every one of them with a slider, as he continues to throw a lot of breaking balls. Strike called to Ricky. Jordan coming into the game batting at .357. Out of play right side. Ricky yet to homer this season. He has knocked in a couple runs. Phillies pitchers have given up 9 long balls. All of them by the starters. Of course, a lot of that could be because of Denver. There's a slider, and he misses with it. 1-2.
You can discount that Colorado ballpark for home runs.
Yeah, a few of them in that series. Another slider misses. This ballpark right here, before Denver came along, was maybe #1 in the league. And if it wasn't, San Diego was, with the low fences. The ball flies out of here, especially when it gets warm. Very low fences here, and the ball really jumps. Another breaking ball. Rio continues to throw sliders after getting ahead of Jordan, and now it's 3-2. And they looked out at Larry Boa to see if Morandini is off on the pitch. Phillies down by 3, might not run here. Oliver is a good throwing catcher. And Rio with a quick move over. Back is Morandini. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors Cincinnati. No runs, 2 hits, and an error for the Phillies. We are in the 4th inning. There goes Morandini, and Jordan fouls it off. So they did run. There's Boa down at third. There he had a long talk before the game back behind home plate with Bob Boone, his former teammate.
They both interviewed for that Houston managerial job.
There goes Morandini again, and Jordan fouls it off again, and Boone got real close. In fact, Boone told me during spring training why he thought he had that job. They had told him to come to Houston, in fact, that day, and he was waiting for a call around 12 o'clock to confirm him coming down. And he said when it was 2 o'clock and he didn't get the call, he started to worry a little bit. And later on that day, they called him and said that he did not get the job. Rio moves over to first.
There were a lot of candidates for that managerial job, but yeah, Boone said they told him that if it hadn't been Collins, they would have picked him.
There's that move. We mentioned Rio has the best in the league, at least for a right-hander, and that was his A move, and he almost got. Well, look how quick he is.
Yeah.
Boy, that is a quick move.
Just got the hand in.
Can't go wandering off on Jose Rio. He'll get you.
It's close.
There he goes, and Jordan hits it to third. Fernandez, a low throw, dug out nicely by Hal Morris. Morandini moves over to second. Good play by the first baseman. Tony Fernandez, of course, is a natural shortstop, just playing third base. It's coming over here, and did not make a good throw then.
Good scoop on this throw. That's not a short hop. That's an in-between hop. That's tougher to field.
Hollins, the batter. David single to center his first time up. Hollins with a .462 average early here in the season. Game number 4 for the Phillies. Morandini leads off second, and the count now 0-2 on Hollins. On deck is Jim Eisenreich. Fouled out of play to the upper deck by Hollins.
He had a 2-strike pitch right down the middle there. Fastball. First 2 pitches were off speed. Tried to sneak that fastball by Hollins.
I think that's why these hitters are getting late swings at fastballs as much as anything, is because he throws so many sliders. Popped him up, way up in the air. Oliver off with a mask. Back near the stands, and he'll run out of room. If you wonder why Eisenreich is batting 5th tonight, if you're just tuning in our telecast, Darren Dalton was a late scratch at about 20 after 7 with back spasms. So Todd Pratt catching the game. They moved Eisenreich and Thompson up in the lineup. Here is Eisenreich, will bat next. Rijo tries to get him out of the way and misses.
Noticed when Dalton took batting practice that he laid down and was going through some exercises back there, trying to, I guess, trying to loosen up.
Hollins fouls it right side out of play. And Morandini returns to second base. Phillies have a runner in scoring position, trail 3-0. The Phillies coaching staff along with Jim Fregosi looking on. Breaking ball misses. It's like Rio likes to buzz that slider in on the left-handed hitters, or sometimes he tries to backdoor him with it.
You better be careful going in with Hollins. He'll get hit with a pitch. He'll just stay there. He almost took that last pitch on the leg.
Got him. Strikeout for Rio. 2 outs here in the 4th. Well, Championship Ring Keychain Day is on Sunday, April 17th, when the Reds are at the Vet. It's a great gift to remember the spectacular '93 season. A free keychain with a replica of the '93 National League Championship ring on it. And it's free for all kids 14 and under. Compliments of Subway. Eisenreich, the batter. And he takes it low for a ball. You can call the Phillies at 463-1000. Order your tickets by phone or stop by one of the many local Ticketmaster outlets. That's Sunday, April 17th, 1:35. Phils and the Reds. Championship Ring Keychain Day. Eisenreich tries to check and can't. 1-1. Eisenreich has really good numbers against the Reds, and especially here at Riverfront. He flied out, has popped up his first time up. Little weak grounder to short. Larkin on the run. Throws. Just got him. Good play by Larkin. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 left to the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 Reds.
On the next Cobra.
She is easily the 2nd greatest cat burglar on Earth.
A series of jewel heists put scandal between a rock and a hard place.
He kidnapped my father to get me to steal fakes?
It's his idea of insurance fraud.
Now he's developing a soft spot for the master thief.
You're an expensive date. It's our first one, and I'm already getting you diamonds.
Cobra.
Sunday at 6 on PHL 17.
I'm constantly making observations and looking at data. So naturally, when it came time for me to choose a car for myself, I was very interested in the hard numbers, the quantitative aspect of the car, the 0 to 60 times, stopping and braking distance, things like that played an important role. But I also weigh qualitative factors. How does the car look, the fit and finish of it? How does it look from the front, from the side, from behind? The car had to fit me. I should have bought this car earlier.
While a lot of well-known tractor makers are working hard to
Make it cheaper. Yes, Chief.
Cub Cadet took a different approach for our new Series 2000 line. We didn't.
Use cheaper parts. Yes, Chief.
Instead, we built our tractors with shaft drive and over 50 new features in all 7 models for a well-engineered machine well within your budget. Cub Cadet didn't make a good tractor cheaper.
Now that's cheap. Yes, Chief.
We made the tractor better.
Think I'll buy it. Yes, Chief. Chief.
The Series 2000 line from Cub Cadet.
There you see Norm Charlton. And earlier this afternoon, here was Norm Charlton out here at Riverfront Stadium throwing to some Phillies hitters. Johnny Padres and Jim Fregosi looking on. He had a very good outing here this afternoon, did Norm Charlton. He's still going to be a little while, but the Phillies are very, very encouraged by his progress.
Well, he pitched here in Cincinnati, and they really speak highly of him here. There's Chamberlain working out today also.
Yeah, and he's coming along real well, too. It's Todd Pratt back there catching. Pratt didn't know he was going to play tonight. And here comes Jim Fregosi over to talk to Charlton after he threw today. Smiles all around for the left-hander who will really help this team when he comes back. Ben Rivera pitching to Roberto Kelly, followed by Brett Boone and then Joe Oliver. In the 4th inning, 3-0 Reds lead on a couple of homers by Kevin Mitchell. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rivera's walked 1, struck out 2 thus far. The walk hurt him in the 1st inning. Walked Morrison, and Mitchell hit his first homer. And he runs a 3-1 count now on Kelly, who grounded to short his first time up. Roberto batting over 300 here early in the year. Late swing and a foul tip. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Kelly, another Cincinnati Red player who was hurt a lot last year. The Reds were decimated by injuries, really had no chance to compete. Strike 3 called, says Gary Darling on the outside corner. Kelly can't believe it.
Well, Darling has been calling that pitch all night. That's close to the outside corner, but probably a little outside.
Brett Boone, the batter, hit a fly ball to right his first time up. Boone really wraps that bat behind his head, too. You got to be quick to get it through the strike zone when you have it back that far. Breaking ball and a beauty by Ben Rivera, and it's 0-2 on Boone.
I think that batting style bothers his father a little bit, but I don't think he says too much.
There's Booney.
His middle son Aaron is a junior at Southern Cal. He's a big kid. He's over 6 foot, and he can run.
Yeah,
unlike his father.
And Brett is just an average runner. Aaron is caught and played some third base, and they fully expect him to be signed. A ball and 2 strikes on Brett, and the pitch is inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Boone. Ben Rivera making his first appearance of the year, 3-1 lifetime against these Reds in 6 games. Hit weakly back. Rivera deflects it. Morandini on the run, won't get it. Rivera just left that ball alone. Morandini would have made the play easily, but Brett Boone is on. That'll probably be a base hit.
That's about the only way they can score it. They usually don't give pitchers errors. Although that ball should have been handled easy.
Yeah, he just left that one alone. It would have been no problem for Morandini.
He just stuck it out like a boxing glove and deflected it.
Ball rattled off that screen again and back into play, so Boone has to stay at first base. And here's the catcher, Oliver. Outside, he lived on an error by Hollins his first time up. Joe Oliver, good steady player for Davy Johnson. He'll do the majority of the catching here this season.
I think they scored that an error. Maybe not.
No, the error was on Hollins earlier.
That's right.
Fouled away. No, you're right, Whitey. I mean, there's nothing else you could really score that, yet the play should have been made by somebody. Phillies had one of them the other day that a pitcher deflected. Was going to be a double play ball. I think it was Slocum. Turned into a hit.
Remember how Bob Boone used to run the bases? You had to throw a rope around him. He thought he was Ty Cobb.
I remember one night Booney get thrown out at 3 bases. 3 bases in one game, and none of them was first. Booney had great ideas about stretching a hit, but his legs wouldn't get him there. Breaking ball. There goes Boone. And it is a called strike, says John McSherry. Boone will move down to second. And the count is 1-2 on Oliver.
I guess you call that a wild pitch and a strike. He called the swing is what it was called. McSherry called it on the appeal.
And that'll be a wild pitch, allowing Boone to move to second. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now on Joe Oliver with Jose Rijo on deck. Boone with a big lead off second. Ooh. Tried to come inside and miss with it. 2-2. '26-year-old Ben Rivera, Phillies number 4 starter in the rotation. Breaking ball and a good one. Pratt can't find it. And here goes a runner to first, and he's going to be safe on a, I guess it's going to be another wild pitch. But they both move up on it. Boone easily got to third, and Oliver picked up on the fact that the ball had been dropped by Pratt, and he's safe at first. It's a strikeout.
Swung at this ball that bounced in the dirt. I can't figure out why Pratty couldn't find it. It bounced off his chest protector. It was out in front of him, but it was too late.
And that'll be scored another wild pitch, the second of the inning on Rivera, and here's Rijo. Rijo single to center his first time up. Say's a good hitting pitcher. 268 lifetime coming into the game, or 196 lifetime, 268 last year. 22 hits last season. He bunts it. Here comes Boone home. They got him. Save. Pratt made a tag, but he was safe. Pratt did not block the plate. And Boone scores. And Fergosi's going to argue with Gary Darling. I mean, they had him by a mile.
Something there we didn't see, because he looked like he was out easily.
Well, I think Pratt gave him the whole plate to slide at, it looked like, and he tagged him high. Watch where he takes the throw.
That's probably a safety squeeze. Well, look at him. He's got the plate straddled. How?
Right there, he steps back. You know, he didn't go out and tag him. He almost waited for him to come there.
That's hard to believe.
Yep.
It's really been an ugly inning.
They score that. Fielder's choice?
Had to, yeah.
It's a fielder's choice and an RBI. Yeah, this is very ugly. And it's now 4-0. I mean, he had him in plenty of time. Oliver stopped at second, and Fernandez the batter. So in this inning, there have been 2 wild pitches, a strikeout where the runner reached base, and now that fielder's choice allowing a run to score. And the count is 1-0 on Tony Fernandez, 0 for 2. Back to Rivera. To Stocker. Jordan, and they turn the double play, but the Reds pick up a cheap run in the inning. 1 run on 1 hit. No runners charged. One man left on base. Two men left on. Well, one man left on base. We're through 4, and it's 4-0 Cincinnati.
On number 1, Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield.
Baseball is back. And you can play it anytime, any place. Introducing Doubleheader from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just scratch off 9 innings, beat the other team's score, and win up to 1,000 instantly. Best of all, you get 2 games for the price of 1. Doubleheader from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Bud Light over here, please.
You got it.
Hey, Philly, the Bud Light camera crew is all over town looking for Bud Light drinkers to star in some new TV commercials. Just look for them anywhere you pick up an ice-cold Bud Light. The spotlight's on you, Philly.
Hey, guys, it's your turn in the spotlight.
So, what's going on tonight, Harry?
Have a Bud Light. See for yourself.
Milt Thompson, Todd Pratt, Kevin Stocker to face Jose Rijo. As we go to the top of the 5th inning, 4-0 Reds. Then Thompson takes it over for a strike. Milt grounded to second his first time up. Rijo has scattered a couple of singles and has had very little trouble so far. Thompson takes a look back at Gary Darling. 0-2. Fouled away. Four runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Reds. No runs, 2 hits, an error for the Phillies. Although they've had some other shaky defense in this game. Thompson takes it high and outside, 2-2. A little looper down the line, fair or foul. It's a fair ball, and a fan grabs it.
Milt didn't run.
And now Thompson's running to second. Well, they're going to give him a, I think they're going to give him a double anyway. It looked like a fan reached out and touched that. Charlie Williams was watching. I guess Milt thought it was a foul ball, but it was fair by about 5 feet.
He didn't leave home plate for some reason. He got jammed there about on the trademark. He thought it was going to slice foul, I guess, and starts running late. I think it just bounced off the screen there.
And that guy reached over with his hat and missed him. So Thompson's on with the Phillies' first extra base hit of the ball game. And Pratt the batter. Phillies are getting the bullpen up. Mike Williams is starting to throw. Little looper into center field for a base hit. Thompson will be held at third. He got a late start. So Todd Pratt gets a base hit. Milt Thompson at third. Phillies have runners at the corners now with nobody out.
Kevin Mitchell hit a 2-run homer in the first inning. And he hit a solo home run in the 3rd inning. And then that goofy run the Reds scored in the 4th. On a fielder's choice after a couple of strikeouts, a couple of wild pitches.
The ball that bounced off Rivera's glove for a base hit. Tony Longmire has moved into the on-deck circle to bat for Rivera. Here's Kevin Stocker, 0 for 1. Phillies with their best scoring chance in the ball game have runners at the corners now and nobody out. Stocker grounded to first baseman Hal Morris, who flipped to Rijo covering back in the 3rd inning. And a ball gets loose from the bullpen and time is called.
That was a nice bit of hitting by Todd Pratt. He wanted to move the runner. He's out of the reach of Brett Boone at second.
Strike called to Stocker, 1-1. Stocker batting at an even .250 with a couple of runs batted in. Little ground ball to first. Nice play by Morris. He'll get the out there. Safe as Stocker. Scoring on the play, Milt Thompson. It's a 4-1 game now, as Stocker will get his 3rd run batted in on the year.
Nice play by Hal Morris. He could have tagged the runner there if he'd have wanted to, but he didn't. Probably would have had the double play easy had he tagged the base runner.
And here comes Tony Longmire out to bat for Ben Rivera. Longmire is 0 for 3 on the year, all of them pinch hit appearances. There's Milt Thompson in the dugout there after scoring the Phillies' first run of the game. Longmire takes a breaking ball over for a strike. Ben Rivera will pitch just 4 innings here tonight in his first outing. Next pitch to Longmire is high for a ball. And there is Mike Williams finishing up in the bullpen. He will be the next pitcher. He has not been in a game yet. Tony Longmire hit .308 in spring training this year with 4 homers and 17 runs batted in. Two balls and a strike to Longmire. Dykstra waits on deck. Phillies have punched a run across here in the 5th inning, now trail at 4-1. Phillies have been behind in every game so far this year, and they came back and beat the Rockies all 3. Longmire with a big swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Longmire out. That's the 2nd out of the inning, and Dykstra will bat. He's 0 for 2.
It's an off-speed pitch out there. Right on the outside corner. Good pitch by Rijo.
Strikeout number 4 for Rijo. Dykstra grounded to second, fly to center. Stocker on at first with 2 outs. Leo using his fastball to get ahead, and it seems like using his breaking ball to get hitters out for the most part tonight. There goes Stocker. Oliver's throw is late, and Stocker steals it. Stocker's first stolen base of the year.
Unusual to try that 3 runs behind, but he made it.
He better make it.
Good head first slide.
And it counts 1-1 on Lenny. There's another slider, and he misses outside. Lenny Dykstra batting .267, has a home run, a couple of runs batted in. Base hit left field. Stocker coming around. Mitchell's throw is cut off, and the Phillies have another run. So Kevin Stocker's stolen base allows Lenny Dykstra to pick up another RBI, and now it's a 4-2 ball game in favor of the Reds.
Dykstra didn't hit it very hard. It's a good thing, really. If it had been hit harder, Mitchell would have had an easier play.
Tony Fernandez doing the right thing, cuts it off and keeps Dykstra at first base. The Phillies have now out-hit the Reds 5-4. And Morandini, the batter, takes it up high, ball 1. Mickey has flied to center and has a single. 3 hits in the inning have produced a couple of runs. Down the middle, and the count 1-1 on Mickey Morandini. Morandini, his first start of the year. Mariano Duncan, who's been hot, not playing tonight. Mariano will be back tomorrow afternoon against John Smiley. And Dykstra on at first base after knocking in his 3rd run of the year. 2-1. Two balls and 2 strikes to Morandini. Might have thought that ball's a little high.
He's living on that outside corner, and some of them just a little off the outside. See Joe Oliver set up back of the plate. He sets up right on that outside corner.
And they're playing Morandini the opposite way. And he fouls it back to the screen. And Roberto Kelly shaded over towards left center, as you see the red center fielder over towards Mitchell. And way off the line and right is Reggie Sanders. Well, they do not expect Morandini to pull the ball off Rijo. Boone is also shading him up the middle at second. There goes Dykstra. Oof. Called a ball, and Dykstra steals the base. So the Phillies have another stolen base in this inning.
I don't know why Joe Oliver didn't make a play, or try to make a play.
Morandini fouls it at the plate, so 2 stolen bases in this inning. One has produced a run, and now Dykstra in scoring position. Joe Oliver is a good throwing catcher. He had a good pitch to handle. He just let him go.
Mickey Morandini hurt some clubs last year on inside pitches on the inner half of the plate. Guess that's why nobody likes to throw him there.
Fouls it back. He was very quick on those pitches in spring training, also using that lighter bat, a Lenny Dykstra model bat. Phillies have a great situation at second base with this guy. Mickey Morandini is a good player, and Duncan has been tremendous. There's Lenny Dykstra at second. 2 outs in the inning, and he walked him on a very close pitch. Oh, Mickey Morandini strolls on down to first base, and that'll bring up Ricky Jordan 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Ray Knight and Davey Johnson looking on.
Rijo has thrown a lot of pitches in this inning. Ran some deep counts.
That was his first walk, and he didn't miss by much on a couple pitches. So Jordan trying to do some damage here. A couple good base runners, and Dykstra and Morandini in 2 outs. Ricky with a ground ball to short. Easy play for Larkin. Over to Boone, and that'll do it for the Phillies here in the 5th inning. They do pick up 2 runs. They do it with 3 hits. No errors by the Reds, and 2 men left on base. To the bottom of the 5th inning, 4-2 Cincinnati.
It's got a new cover, it's got a new name, but on the inside, it's exactly the same. It's the real fine, genuine, more choices, gold mine, yellow pages from Mid-Atlantic.
Presenting the
genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. Same book, new name. 9 out of 10 use it. The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages.
Real fine, genuine, more choices, gold mine. Yellow Pages from Bell Atlantic.
Same book, new name.
Introducing the new supercharged Toyota Previa SC. Oh, the sacrifices we make for our children.
Welcome to the Fleer Ultra Baseball Factory Tour. This year, we're putting gold foil stamping on both sides. Plus, more color-enhanced action on our all-new 3-photo backs. Fasten your seatbelts. Yeah! There's UV coating on both sides, too. And we're in your face with incredible inserts featuring superstars and hot rookies. There's one insert card in every pack. 94 Fleer Ultra Baseball. Better than...
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 people use them. The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. By your Quality Plus Ford dealers who invite you to test drive the brand new 1994 Mustang convertible. And by Pico Energy, there's a new kind of energy around here, Pico Energy. New pitcher for the Phillies, the right-hander Mike Williams. 1-3 in 17 games last year for the Phils. 4 of them starts with a 5.29 ERA. 9-2 at Scranton Wilkes-Barre with an ERA of 2.87. He will face Barry Larkin and then Hal Morris and Kevin Mitchell. As Ben Rivera goes 4, charged with 4 earned runs on 4 hits. Fouled out of play. Mike Williams in spring training appeared in 7 games. Had a record of 1-0 and an earned run average of 2.30.
He doesn't overpower hitters. He relies a lot on control. Had a great minor league credentials.
There's a breaking ball. It's fouled off by Barry Larkin. Williams' lifetime against the Reds, he's only been in 1 game against them and just pitched 2/3 of an inning. Breaking ball misses outside. That game was on August 28th last year at Veterans Stadium in a game the Reds won 9-5. Two balls and 2 strikes on Larkin. 3-2. Larkin, another guy who was hurt most of last year.
The Reds had 4 games all season long where they had all their regulars in there.
Line shot to right. It is a foul ball. Not much room down in the corners here as Jim Eisenreich tosses it to the crowd. It was like the Phillies a year before. Same way they were. Got all their key people banged up, could not compete, and the Reds certainly couldn't last year with all their injury problems. They're in the new Central Division in the National League. I think they have a chance to win it. Curveball hit the right field and deep. Eisenreich at the wall, grabs it. 1 away. Must have just gotten that one off the end of the bat a little bit.
That's trouble in Colorado.
Yeah. Everything's trouble there. Business Person Special number 1 is on Tuesday, April 19th at 1:05 against the Dodgers. The first of 6 of these midweek, midday fun in the sun baseball games. Great way to get out to the ballpark and see baseball. And the games start at 1:05 this year. The Phillies and the Dodgers on Tuesday, April 19th. Hal Morris hits a ground ball to Morandini. Mickey throws him out 2 down. Those Business Person Specials are always a hot ticket, so make your plans orderly. You call the Phils at 463-1000. Stop by the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS Center Square building. That's Johnny Ruffin starting to throw for the Reds. And the hand you hear in the background is for Kevin Mitchell, and he's had some game. 2 homers and 3 runs batted in. Outside, Mitchell has backed off the plate a little bit. When he's with the Giants, he used to stand almost right on top of home plate. Still stands deep in the box.
He's really strong, built like a tank.
See how deep he is in the box, but he's not quite as on the plate as he was. I guess when you're built like Mitchell, you're fearless. Crowd boos as it's 2-0. I don't know why they're booing last time. He had a 3-0 pitch out. See there last year against the Phillies, Mitchell didn't hurt him very much. There's a breaking ball for a strike. Kevin Mitchell. He is a big man. Taps it off the end of the bat right back to Mike Williams, who throws it out. Mike has a real strong inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We are through 5 at Riverfront, and it's 4-2 Cincinnati.
Here's to the cowboy, still a modern-day hero, standing up for what's right as he rides across this land. He still earns every dollar to pass through his hands. So here's to the cowboy as he heads for the mountains. No place he'd rather be than right here. So come on along and head for the mountains of Bush Here.
There's a new kind of energy around here. A company that can meet your energy needs well into the next century without building even one new plant, which means no large increase in the cost of your service. A company whose oil-fired generators will also run on natural gas. Another way to help keep your bill down. There's a new energy company around here and a new name. Pico Energy, focusing our energies on you.
During the Dodge National Minivan sale, there are even more reasons to love Caravan. In fact, depending on which Caravan and which options you pick, you could save up to $2,600 on the minivan that already exceeds 1998 car safety requirements. The Dodge National Minivan sale, the place to go for people who don't know when to stop. See your nearest Dodge dealer today.
Here's a new pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds as Jose Rio is gone after 5 innings. Right-hander Johnny Ruffin out of Butler, Alabama, 6'3", 170-pounder, acquired from the Chicago White Sox last year, late in the season, July the 31st to be exact, for Tim Belcher. They also got a player named Jeff Pierce. Ruffin with the Reds last year appeared in 21 games, was 2-1 with a 3.58 earned run average. He's already been in 2 games this year, and his ERA at 2.70.
He can throw hard. He throws in the 90s. Probably has a better fastball than Rio, but he doesn't control it as well.
Funny, Whitey, he's pitched 3 1/3 innings so far. He hasn't walked a batter, hasn't struck out a batter yet. Hollins to lead it off, and he misses inside. Now it's 2-0. Hollins, Eisenreich, and Thompson here in the 6th inning. So just 5 innings tonight for Rio. Whitey mentioned he threw a lot of pitches in that 5th inning when the Phils scored 2 runs off him. Hollins takes 1 over for a strike. Phillies saw Ruffin last year in 4 games, and he was 1-0 against him with a good earned run average of 1.17. I also saw him a few times in spring training this year. Hollins, a hard ground ball. Boone, a great play to his left. Throws, got him. What a fine play by Brett Boone.
Took a base hit away from Hollins. The ball was hit hard and in the hole, but Brett Boone made an unbelievable play.
Eisenreich, the batter, takes it over for a strike. Boone is said to be just an okay second baseman, and pretty good offensive potential, but he made a fine defensive play there. Pitch to Eisenreich is inside. Eisenreich is 0 for 2 tonight. He's popped up and grounded out. Collins now 1 for 3. Robbed of that hit. Eisenreich, hard ground ball up the middle and a base hit. That thing skipped off the mound. So Eisenreich, who hits very well in this ballpark, picks up his first hit of the night. I mentioned earlier in the telecast how the Phillies have been behind in all their games this year. You see there all 3 of their wins so far after the 6th inning. We are in the 6th inning right now. Not a great way to play. Colorado, by the way, winning tonight 5-1 at Pittsburgh in the Pirates home opener. Thompson smothers one foul. Chicago beat Montreal 4-0 earlier. And Houston leads the Mets 1-0 at the Dome. They are in the 3rd inning. And 3 games out on the coast tonight in the National League. Thompson grounds it to Morris. He'll go to short. Back to first. They got him. A 3-6-3 double play executed nicely by the Reds. No runs for the Phillies. 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. To the bottom of the 6th inning, still 4-2 Reds.
There's no one else on the field like him.
I hear he's a big milk drinker.
I can tell. That energy, and that strength,
that body.
Forget it, girls. He's taken.
Milk, whole, low fat or non-fat. It does a body good.
Ever since I was a little girl, I knew I wanted to fly, and when I got the opportunity to fly jets, I just had to go for it. I wanted to buy a fun car that kind of gave everyone else on the road an impression of my personality. And therefore, I was looking for something fun and sporty and sleek and looked like it could possibly take off if given the proper runway.
I just can't climb into a suit and tie.
Meet Kevin. He didn't get his business philosophy from an MBA program.
I think it's really about not the profit margins I'm trying to make, but about staying connected with my customers.
How else does Kevin connect with his customers? The AT&T Business Advantage, his own 800 number. Now you can keep up with your customers for only $6 a month.
Hey, AT&T works for me.
Let AT&T work for you.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Smooth Busch Beer and easy drinking Busch Light. By Pizza Hut. Get a large cheese Neapolitan pizza delivered every day for just $7.99. And by your Philadelphia Mazda dealer. Mike Williams, whose job it is to hold him now, in middle relief. Phillies trail it by 2. Reggie Sanders, the batter. And he grounds one to short. Stocker gobbles it up, throws him out 1 away, and Williams has retired all 4 batters he's faced thus far. That'll bring up Roberto Kelly 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Sunday, May the 1st, the Giants are in town. The game is at 1:35, and it's another birthday celebration for the Fanatic. Plus, all children 14 and under receive a terrific cap featuring the Fanatic on the front. Compliments of our good friends Tasty Cake. Make sure you make your plans early. Come on out for this festive occasion. Just call 463-1000. Stop by one of the many local Ticketmaster locations and buy your tickets for that game. Fanatic birthday is always a lot of fun. One and one. Williams right back at it. Mike has another play. He throws out Roberto Kelly, and there are 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Williams has retired all 5 batters he's faced, 4 of them on ground outs.
He's a pretty good fielder because he's in position to field after he throws. A lot of pitchers have their back or side turned towards the plate.
Here's Brett Boone. Just made that fine defensive play, and Williams misses up high. Boone lived on an infield hit his last time up. Big swing and a miss. That was the ball that went off Ben Rivera's glove and wound up costing him a run in that bizarre 4th inning when the Reds picked up a run. Their 4th of the game. Phils will come back with 2 and trail at 4-2.
Reds have that 125th anniversary patch on their front of their shirts. Most of the clubs carrying them on their sleeves, but the Reds don't have any sleeves.
Right. Todd Pratt walking that one off. Phillies can ill afford to have anything happen to him tonight. I believe Kim Baptiste would be the backup emergency catcher. Dalton is out with the back spasms. We have not seen Darren make an appearance on the Phillies bench as of yet tonight. And they're giving Pratt a little bit of time to get organized back there. 2-2 on Boone with 2 outs and nobody on base. Curveball inside outs at the right field, but Eisenreich is right there. Puts it away. Another good inning for Mike Williams. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Harry Callis back with Whitey in the 7th inning. The score, the Reds 4 and the Phillies 2.
Sure, you got a state-of-the-art entertainment center. A fully interactive home theater. Even got a gourmet delivery service. But have you got what it takes to be a mountain man? All it takes are the 2 cool beers of the Mountain Man. Smooth Busch beer, easy drinking Busch Light. So, be a mountain man. All you gotta do is head for the mountains.
Any mulching mower can chop up grass. But the Honda Harmony lawnmower has an exclusive twin blade that cuts grass into fine particles and returns them to your lawn as fertilizer. There's no need to bag or dump clippings. And you get a better end result. The Honda Harmony mulching mower. Nothing's easier. For a free video, call 1-800-MULCH-21.
You already know what kind of car you want. And you know exactly how you want it equipped. And all you've been waiting for is an amazingly affordable lease. So what else do you need to know? Oh yeah, how about where to get one? Get to know Geo Prism today, right around the corner at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Fasten your seatbelts. Because 94 Fleer Ultra Baseball has more gold, more photos, and more incredible inserts featuring superstars and hot rookies. There's one insert card in every pack. Fleer Ultra, better than ever.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Reds 4, the Phillies 2. Tomorrow at 7, state troopers chase 2 convicted felons through Cape Cod on Real Stories of the Highway Patrol, only on PHL 17. And Harry Callis is with us in the 7th. Harry?
All right, thanks, Rich. And Todd Pratt leads it off. He has struck out and singled. Takes it high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Chuck McElroy going out to loosen up in Cincinnati's bullpen. Ruffin is a young hard thrower that the Reds got from the Chicago White Sox in the Tim Belcher deal. He's just 22 years old. Pitched AA, AAA, and Major League ball last year. 2-1 to Todd Pratt. Roger Mason is up in the Phillies bullpen. The Phillies probably will hit for Mike Williams here in the 7th. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Foul fouled in and out of Oliver's gloves. Still 2-2 to Todd Pratt.
Great job by Mike Williams. 6 up, 6 down.
Yes, he did. Full count to Pratt. There's a pop-up. Foul might be playable. Oliver has room and makes the catch near the screen for out number 1. Bring on Kevin Stocker, who is nothing out of 2. Kirby Puckett at Minnesota tonight collected his 2,000th major league hit. Milestone for Kirby. One strike to Stocker. Mariano Duncan moved into the on-deck circle. 2 quick strikes to Stocker. Three strikes to Kevin Stocker, all around the same spot on the inside corner. Out number 2 here in the 7th.
Put a little extra on this last pitch too. Good fastball, had a little tail on it, and right there.
Now with no base runners, Duncan goes back to the dugout. They'll save him for a potential RBI situation, and Kim Baptiste will come out and pinch hit for Mike Williams. Baptiste making his first appearance at the plate during the '94 season. 1 ball and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. Colorado leading the Pirates 5-1. That Dante Bichette hit another home run in that game. He's got 4 now. In the hole, a base hit to left field for Baptiste. And it will bring up Lenny Dykstra. Lenny's 1 out of 3 with an RBI single. Lenny is a situation hitter, and at least until he gets a couple of strikes on him in this at bat, he may be thinking
long ball.
Yep. Yeah. Thinking long ball, look for something that he can drive down and in. Can't drive that one. 1-0. Two balls and no strikes to Lenny Dykstra. Cincinnati leading it here 4-2. We're in the 7th. Top to the first baseman Morris. He'll make the unassisted put out, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. Stretch time at Riverfront. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-2 Cincinnati.
On Renegade, when a small-town girl turns up dead, clues lead Reno to the head of the nightclub underworld.
All my customers are first class, and they deserve first class in return.
Now, Reno's caught between a father's revenge.
The people that hurt my little girl are gonna pay.
And a son's desire for justice.
He killed Shannon. Smith.
You pull that trigger, you're going to prison. On the next Renegade.
Sunday at 7 on PHL 17.
We're making noise about the new pan pizza deal from Pizza Hut. 2 delicious Pizza Hut cheese pan pizzas for just $9.99 with a thick pan crust. baked with our own fresh dough, jazzy toppings, and a blend of 3 cheeses. We call it Pandemonium. 2-pan pizzas for $9.99, toppings extra. Now at Pizza Hut. Get it before it's gone.
The Phillies try to make the Reds run up a white surrender flag Friday, April 15th at 7:35. And again Saturday at 7:05 when fans 14 and under receive a free photo ball baseball featuring different National League champion Phillies players. And Sunday, April 17th at 1:35 when kids 14 and under receive a free keychain with a replica of the Phillies National League championship ring. Reserve your tickets in advance. Call 463-1000 now.
Hi, I'm Dick Vermeil with the Blue Cross Blue Shield Health Tip. Medical myth or fact? A child with a fever or cold should not drink milk. Myth. There is nothing inherent in milk that will thicken mucus. The mucus during the cold is caused by a lack of water, which is why you're told to drink lots of liquid.
Here's our Chevrolet game summary in a game that Darren Dalton was scratched with lower back spasms. Mitchell's been the big gun, a 2-run homer in the first, a solo home run in the third. Lenny Dykstra had an RBI single in the fifth. Ben Rivera went 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, and 3 strikeouts. Roger Mason is the new pitcher.
Roger Mason appearing in his second game. He's won 1, lost none, a 4.50 ERA. He's worked 2 innings, given up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. Has struck out 2 and walked 1. Willie Green moving into the on-deck circle to bat for Johnny Ruffin. Got it off the end of the bat a little bit, did Oliver, and Lenny Dykstra makes the catch. Oliver is out 1 down. And it'll bring up Willie Green as a pinch hitter for Johnny Ruffin. With Rob Dibble shelved, Jeff Brantley has been the closer for the Reds, and he's the man up in Cincinnati's bullpen. Green lofts a very high pop foul. Might be playable near the dugout as Jordan reaches in and makes the grab. No, he couldn't hang on to it.
Right down there by the end of the dugout, it looked like he got leather on it. No, I don't think he did. Right by a... I guess that's a photographer's booth. I don't think he touched it.
So Willie Green with new life slaps a base hit to right field. Green is a 1-out base runner. And it'll bring on Tony Fernandez. Fernandez is grounded out, lined out, and grounded into a double play. Get a pinch runner now for Willie Green. Jacob Brumfield will run for Green.
Brumfield will steal some bases, and Roger Mason does not hold the runners on that well.
One ball and no strikes to Tony Fernandez. Mason trying to keep Brumfield close. Runner going, but it's lofted in the air to center, and Lenny Dykstra backtracks and makes the catch, and Brumfield will have to come back to first base. So Fernandez out for out number 2, and that'll bring up Barry Larkin. Larkin struggling in the early going, tried to bunt for a hit in the first inning, was thrown out, struck out, and fly to deep right. He's just 1 for 14. It's like he's hitting almost everything the other way for some reason.
Yeah, he's swinging late. He's hitting some hard balls foul on the right side. He's hitting .071.
Pitch to him is a slider for a called strike. Brumfield, the runner at first base, could try to steal. Had 31 last year, 11 at Indianapolis, and 20 for Cincinnati. Foul down the right field side.
He's hitting the ball right out of the catcher's mitt almost. He's waiting, which is all right, but
he's late.
He's just waiting too long.
No balls and 2 strikes. There goes Brumfield. Pitch is low. The throw is late. Stolen base. Jacob Brumfield. So he's in scoring position at second base. A ball and 2 strikes to Barry Larkin.
That throw is not that bad, but it way too late. He had too big a jump.
Field deep once again, but Eisenreich at the warning track makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 8th inning. The Reds lead the Phils 4-2.
Yeah, you've seen it all. Done it all. Pretty much got it all figured out. But have you got what it takes to be a mountain man? All it takes are the 2 cool beers of the Mountain Man. Smooth Busch beer, easy drinking Busch Light. So, be a mountain man. All you gotta do is head for the mountains.
Introducing the new 1995 Lexus Coupe. After all, you only go around once.
You're looking at the fountain of youth. Advanced Formula Mobil 1 synthetic motor oil. In a test, it protected an engine for 200,000 miles. The result? Vital engine parts that looked as young as the day they were born. There was virtually no engine wear. If you're looking for the fountain of youth, you'll find it in a container of motor oil. Mobil 1 Synthetic. It keeps your engine running like new.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance Enterprise. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide agent in Montgomeryville is Ray Barron. By Bell Atlantic Mobile. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile. And by 1994 Fleer Ultra Baseball. Better than ever. Jeff Brantley is the new pitcher coming on for Cincinnati. He'll be their closer now with Rob Dibble on the disabled list. Brantley, a free agent signee from San Francisco, has been a closer in his career. 1-0 the count to Mickey Morandini. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brantley, the 30-year-old, making his 3rd appearance. No wins, no losses, no saves. 2.2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks. That's in the air to left center field, and Roberto Kelly takes charge. Kevin Mitchell almost didn't get out of the way, but Kelly makes the grab, 1 down. That'll bring on Ricky Jordan. Jordan's nothing for 3 with 3 groundouts. 8th inning, Phillies trail by 2. Jordan chases a high pitch and fouls it back off into the upper deck. No balls and a strike to Ricky Jordan. Chases an even higher pitch.
It was high and inside.
No balls and 2 strikes.
He dropped the bat. Looked like, figured if he had dropped the bat, they wouldn't call that a swing. But he went around.
He pokes one off the glove of Morris. Boone backs up, but no chance for a throw. Hit it right off the end of the bat, but it'll probably be a hit for Jordan.
You wonder why a pitcher, after a hitter swings it 2 pitches over his head, would even throw a pitch near the strike zone. You're right, he got it off the end of his bat. Trickled by Morris.
And it brings on Dave Hollins. Hollins is singled, struck out, and grounded out on a fine play by Brett Boone. 1 ball and no strikes. Hollins' lifetime has not been a good hitter against Brantley, just 1 for 9. Well hit to deep center field. This ball is out of here. 2-run home run, Dave Hollins, and this game is tied at 4-4 here in the 8th inning.
Hollins picked a good time to hit his first home run. That's his 6th and 7th runs batted into the year. That was way out of here.
So the Phillies once again, as they did in Colorado, come roaring back. They've tied this thing here in the 8th inning, and the batter is Jim Eisenreich. He's 1 out of 3. On the inside corner for a called strike. Another strike, no balls and 2 strikes to Eisenreich. Bouncing up there, 1-2. So Ben Rivera off the hook. Jose Rijo can't win it. New game here in the 8th. Dribbled softly, fielded by Morris, throws late, drop by Brantley. It'll be an infield single for Jim Eisenreich. So Eis gets his 2nd hit.
All he had to do was beat the pitcher there. Morris took a little time getting the ball out of his mitt, and Eisenreich did beat the ball there, so he'll get the infield single.
Brings on Milt Thompson. Milt is grounded out, doubled, and grounded into a double play. Bills have out-hit the Reds 10-5. This game is tied at 4-4. David West now will start throwing in the Phillies bullpen. One strike to Milt Thompson. fists of foul behind the Phillies dugout. No balls and 2 strikes. Jose Rio had 5 leads blown for him last year when he won 14 ball games. That's slapped into left center field. Mitchell, though, is over and makes the grab. So Thompson out on a liner to left center, caught by Kevin Mitchell. 2 down, and that'll bring up Todd Pratt. Pratt has struck out, singled, and fouled out to the catcher, Oliver. Dave Holland's 2-run home run here in the 8th inning, tying this game. Pratt takes one right there for a called strike.
Brantley has a good fastball. It was a fastball that Hollins hit.
That's fouled out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Pratt. Nothing and 2 to Todd Pratt.
Pratt's really catching a doubleheader today. He caught that simulated game this afternoon.
Bouncing up there, a good catch by Oliver.
Of course, at that time, he didn't know he was going to catch tonight.
Breaking ball missing. The throw is late. Good catch and tag, though, by Brett Boone. Stolen base, Eisenreich, but what a good play by Brett Boone. Scooped the low throw and made a tag at the same time. It was a close play.
Yeah, good throw, and he's a dead duck. Look at that. I believe it was called right. Boone had to retreat a little bit to make that play.
2-2 to Todd Pratt. Pratt's called out on strikes on a breaking ball, and that will retire the side. Phil's tie it, though, on the 2-run homer by Hollins. 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 4-4.
Nobody does it like you, the way that you do. Nobody's got the power to please me.
Hoover's exclusive 2-tank system lets you pick up wet in one tank, then switch to a separate tank to pick up dry. So there's no mess emptying, wet or dry.
Nobody does it like you, Hoover. Nobody does it like you.
Shopping. 9 out of 10 uses Hollywood. The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. Want a keychain and a replica of the Phillies National League Championship ring? If you're 14 and under, you can get one free thanks to Subway. When the Phillies ring-a-ding the Reds, Sunday, April 17th at 1:35. Free keychain and ring. Call 463-1000.
Utah State Troopers take down a carload of mellow fellows on the next Real Stories.
Tomorrow at 7 on PHL 17.
You're watching Philadelphia's movie station, PHL 17.
Phillies' first homestand of the '94 season brings the Veterans Stadium, Colorado, Cincinnati, and Los Angeles. Monday's home opener is sold out, but the Rockies are in Wednesday and Thursday, the 13th and 14th at 7:35. Cincinnati next weekend, Friday at 7:35, photo ball day, Saturday the 16th at 7:05. Championship ring keychains for all youngsters Sunday the 17th at 1:35, and then the Dodgers move in the 18th at 7:35, and Tuesday the 19th at 1:05, our first business person special. For tickets for that first homestand, just call 463-1000. One strike to Hal Morris. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, and it's a hard ground base hit into right field. So Morris is a leadoff base runner for Cincinnati here in the 8th. It'll bring up Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell has accounted for 3 of the Reds' 4 runs with a pair of home runs. He has also grounded out.
Don't think he'll be up there to bunt. Never saw him bunt.
He takes a look down at Ray Knight, the third base coach, but I wouldn't think he'd be bunting, no. Takes a strike, no balls and 1 strike to Kevin Mitchell. Looks again at Ray Knight. Ground ball shortstop, should be a double play. Morandini 1 relay, twin killing. Mitchell grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs and no base runners.
That's what he can do. He can hit it out of the park, as he's done twice tonight, and he can ground into the double play.
Brings on Reggie Sanders. He's flied out, struck out, and grounded out.
A lot of pressure on Morandini on this throw. He almost hit Morris right in the face with a relay throw.
Bouncing up there, 1-0 to Reggie Sanders.
He's hit a couple home runs in the early going here.
Two balls and no strikes. He tried to hit another one. 2-1 to Reggie Sanders.
He had the pitch and he had the swing, but he didn't make any contact. Both feet left the ground on that swing.
Ground ball shortstop. Stocker gloves and throws, and Sanders is out. So are the Reds in the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. We go to the 9th inning. It's all tied, 4-4.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see that the land is pure, untamed and free. There's no place that I'd rather be. So come on along, head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth, and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush Beer.
Blue moon, you saw me.
Loan rates like ours come along even less often. Mellon PSFS, you're why we do our very best.
I want the truth, not a song and dance. I want better, not more expensive. I want a car I can afford and like. Pay Hey, I just want my money's worth. Okay.
After 8 innings of play, the Phillies 4 and Cincinnati 4. Tomorrow at 7:30, Carol gets a marriage proposal, but will she accept? Find out on Empty Nest, only on PHL 17. Kevin Stocker leads it off. 1 ball and no strikes to Stocker. He is nothing out of 3. 9th inning. Tied at 4, and Tom Marsh has moved into the on-deck circle. The bat for the pitcher, Roger Mason. 2 balls and no strikes.
He did get on base and steal a base and scored a run in the 5th inning. That pretty important.
David West, the left-hander. Doug Jones, the right-hander, up in the Phillies bullpen. Two balls and 2 strikes to Kevin Stocker. Low, and it's a full count. Fouls it out of play. Still 3-2 to Stocker. Fly ball left field. Backtracking is Mitchell. Stocker is retired, 1 down, and now Marsh goes back to the dugout, and Pete Incaviglia will come out to pinch hit for Mason. Had Stocker reached base, they would have used Marsh to pinch hit and tried to bunt him over, but now, since Stocker did not, Incaviglia will be the pinch hitter. As Jim Fregosi looks for a long ball here, the Inkman is 2 for 10 so far this year.
Jim Fregosi. Dennis Mickey right beside him. And another cliff dweller, as Wes Western used to say.
Here's Incaviglia. Fregosi's bullpen has certainly done the job tonight. All 4 Cincinnati runs charged to starter Ben Rivera. Phillies have come back to tie it on Dave Holland's homer. One strike to Incaviglia. Bullpen ball is loose. Time is called.
Pretty good throw by the umpire, Gary Darling.
Up and in, 1 ball and 1 strike to Incaviglia. High with a breaking ball, 2-1. Again with a breaking ball. 3 balls and a strike to Incaviglia.
He'll get a fastball to hit.
It was a little too high. He tried to hit it out of the ballpark, but it was up around the letters. It's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Incaviglia. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Bradley. 2 down here in the ninth. And it will bring up Lenny Dykstra.
Incaviglia didn't have a strike. He swung it all 3 times he swung. We're way up there. He knows it.
Lenny Dykstra 1 for 4 tonight with an RBI single. 1 ball and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. Now both West and Jones are down, and Heathcliff Slocum is up in the Phillies bullpen.
2-0 on the season.
Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Jones is warming up. Here's a pop foul, third base side, playable. Tony Fernandez and Oliver. Joe Oliver makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We move to the bottom of the ninth. It's a tie game at 4-4.
In 1993, something special happened between a town and a team. The team fired the passions of a town. The town took the team to its heart, and hundreds of thousands rediscovered the joys of baseball. The most convenient, most hassle-free way to get more in '94 is with full or part season tickets. 11 different plans featuring the popular 16-game plan for just $192. Call 463-5000.
It started with an idea that has now won the prestigious Thomas Edison Patent Award, which annually recognizes major innovations in technology. The award was won by Exxon for a gasoline additive that removes deposits for a cleaner engine, reduces emissions for cleaner air, and improves performance. Next time you fill up, rely on the award-winning gasolines from Exxon.
Bill Snodgrass is out there, yet his dog sled tours are often running.
Hi, this is Bill from Washakie Outfitting.
He relies on AT&T to connect with his customers. The most reliable long-distance service is his AT&T Business Advantage. You see, where Bill does business, dependable long-distance service is a matter of survival.
AT&T works for me.
Let AT&T work for you.
If you're looking for a reliable place to service your car or truck, it's a Pep Boys Automotive Super Center. Their ASC certified technicians are here when you need them, day or night, even on Sunday. Come to Pep Boys and drive away happy.
David West is the Phillies' new pitcher here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. West, no wins, no losses, an 0.0 ERA is his second outing. Delivers a strike to Roberto Kelly. He's pitched 2 innings, given up 2 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. West, velocity-wise, is throwing as hard as anyone on the Phillies staff this spring. Breaking ball bouncing up there. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kelly, who is nothing out of 3. To deep center field. Dykstra makes the grab right against the fence. 1 down.
Hit the ball 400 feet, but it's an out. He really got good wood on that swing. I guarantee you that would have been over the fence in Colorado.
The center field fence?
The center field
423 feet? No.
No?
I don't think so. Bouncing ball by Boone, cut off by Hollins. He guns in time to get Brett Boone, and that's 2 down. And that'll bring on Joe Oliver. 1 ball and no strikes to Oliver. Jerome Walton's moved into the on-deck circle. He would bat for Brantley if Oliver reaches. 1-1.
Oliver's been chasing that low breaking ball all night.
One ball and 2 strikes.
That was a bad pitch there. Oliver didn't like it. Probably inside and low. Yeah, both.
Fouls it out of play. Still 0-2. One hopper to Mickey Morandini, and we're going extra innings. Phillies' first extra inning game of 94. No runs, hits, errors, none left after 9, tied at 4-4.
Bud Light over here, please.
You got it.
Hey, Philly, the Bud Light camera crew is all over town looking for Bud Light drinkers to star in some new TV commercials. Just look for them anywhere you pick up an ice-cold Bud Light. The spotlight's on you, Philly.
Hey, guys, it's your turn in the spotlight.
So, what's going on tonight, Harry?
Have a Bud Light. See for yourself.
It's back. It's better. It's the 3rd annual Great American Ford Sales Event at your Quality Plus Ford dealer with a great deal on America's #1 truck. Drive an F-150 for just $229 per month, the lowest payment of the year. Now with a driver's side airbag standard. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer and test drive the all-new Windstar and receive 12 movie rentals from Blockbuster Video. See your local newspaper for all details. Hurry, your Quality Plus Ford dealer's Great American Sales Event ends soon.
Our pride is showing at Independence Blue Cross. The Pennsylvania Council has named us their Company of the Year for 1993.
We came back to the Blues because of their quality, flexibility, and service. Sure makes my life easier.
Today, over 2 million people lean on the Blues. It's a proud milestone, and to all our subscribers, we say thank you. To find out how you can lean on award-winning health coverage, ask your benefits manager. Independence Blue Cross, Pennsylvania Blue Shield. For 56 years, the health plan you can lean on.
Jeff Branson comes into play second base for Cincinnati here in the 10th inning. He will bat in the #9 spot, and Hector Carrasco is the new pitcher. He'll bat in the #7 spot, vacated by Brett Boone. Carrasco, a big, hard-throwing right-hander, 6'2", 175-pounder, 24 years of age. This will be his second appearance of the young season. He's won 1, lost none, an 0.0 ERA. In 1 inning against St. Louis, gave up a hit, no runs, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks.
He throws in the 90s with that fastball, and he throws a slider along with it.
Mickey Morandini will be the first one to face Carrasco here in the 10th inning. 1 ball and no strikes. Morandini's 1 out of 3 with a walk. Fouls it out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Carrasco came to the Reds from the Florida Marlins. The Chris Hammond deal. Carrasco is the player to be named later. Ground ball hit to second baseman Branson, and he throws Morandini out. A low throw, but a good scoop by Morris. That'll bring up Ricky Jordan. Ricky is 1 out of 4 tonight, has singled and scored a run. Four runs, 10 hits, an error for the Phils. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Cincinnati. One and nothing to Ricky Jordan. Fastball over at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dribbles the ball to third base. Fernandez throws Ricky Jordan out. 2 down. It'll bring on the guy that tied this game with a 2-run homer in the 8th, Dave Hollins. He is 2 out of 4 tonight. Televising both tomorrow and Sunday afternoons. Kurt Schilling against John Smiley tomorrow afternoon, and Jeff Juden pitches for the Phils on Sunday. Eric Hampson for Cincinnati. Breaking ball is over for a strike. Another breaking ball. Hollins thought it was low, but he's in the hole. 0-2.
Looks like he didn't want to give Hollins that fastball. He's thrown 2 pretty good sliders.
Fastball just missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hollins beats a foul, still 1-2. Ooh. Awfully close to take. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a hard fastball there, just off the plate. Not much.
That one's in the dirt. It's a full count to Dave Hollins. Jim Eisenreich due up next. Fouls that one left field side. Still 3-2 to Hollins. Four here in the 10th inning. Hollins draws the walk. He's a 2-out base runner. And it will bring up Jim Eisenreich. Eyes is 2 out of 4. In this ballpark now, that makes him 14 for 22. Beats the ball foul into Cincinnati's dugout. Hollins could try to steal a base. The Phillies have been running tonight, have stolen 3 bases, and Oliver hasn't thrown anybody out. Report on the Crucker in the game at Reading. Played 5 innings for the Reading Phils. Had a bad night, 2 for 3.
Yeah, he did.
2 for 3, a pair of singles. Handled 4 chances in the field, including the first 2 hitters. They were testing him. The first 2 hitters hit the ball at Kruk, no problem. So in 5 innings, Krucker had a good night for Redding. In the air to left field, Mitchell is there. And the Phillies are down in the 10th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the 10th. We're tied at 4-4.
Bill Snodgrass is out there, yet his dog sled tours are off and running.
Hi, this is Bill from Washington Outfitting.
He relies on AT&T to connect with his customers. The most reliable long-distance service is his AT&T Business Advantage. You see, where Bill does business, dependable long-distance service is a matter of survival.
AT&T works for me.
Let AT&T work for you.
Where are they going?
Shopping.
9 out of 10 use it. All aboard! The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages.
You already know what kind of car you want. And you know exactly how you want it equipped. And all you've been waiting for is an amazingly affordable lease. So what else do you need to know? Oh yeah, how about where to get one? Get to know Geo Prism today, right around the corner at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Bottom half of the 10th inning of a 4-4 ball game. Jeff Branson will lead it off for Cincinnati. Branson 0 for 1 so far this season. Came in as a part of a double switch. He's batting out of the 9th spot. He'll be followed by Tony Fernandez and then Barry Larkin. Good fastball by West. Trying to drag bunt and drags it way foul. No balls and 2 strikes to Branson. Dave Holland's 2-run homer tying this game in the 8th inning. Pitch bounces up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jeff Branson. Ground ball sharply hit but foul.
Collins was playing him very close to the line. When you catch a foul ball hit that hard, that foul,
you're guarding the line.
Yeah, you sure are.
One and 2 to Branson. He slaps a base hit to left field. So Branson is a leadoff base runner here in the 10th inning.
Stayed with that slider, and that's where the hole was, right where he hit it. Stocker was way over by second. Collins way over on the line.
Bring up Tony Fernandez, who's nothing out of 4. The Phillies will look for a bunt from Fernandez. Takes the pitch high. He was squaring to bunt. 1 ball and no strikes.
Ray Knight.
Very high. 2 balls and no strikes to Tony Fernandez. Jim Fregosi and Johnny Padres. John Vukovic looking on. Low, 3-0. Now they might give him a take sign.
Yeah, he'll take at least 1 pitch. Walks as good as a bunt. In fact, better.
Fernandez not sure what the sign was, so he wants to talk it over with Ray Knight. Three and nothing to Tony Fernandez. Walked him on 4 pitches. So now the Reds have runners at first and second. Nobody out for Barry Larkin. Larkin has been out on a bunt try, has struck out and twice flied to deep right.
I wonder if he'll be bunting.
I think he will be. He's not swinging well. He's just 1 for 15 in the early going this season.
If he were hitting better, they'd probably let him hit.
Yeah.
The Phillies are looking for the bunt.
Didn't indicate a bunt. That pitch is high. 1 ball and no strikes, and Todd Pratt walking out to talk to West.
That was the first batter that West has walked all year. 4 games all, but that hasn't been his problem. But he has to throw some strikes here.
1-0 to Larkin. He did not square on the first pitch. Two balls and no strikes. That's 6 straight pitches out of the strike zone. Takes a strike. 2-1.
Larkin has been hitting everything to the right side, so I guess they figure he could move the runners by hitting that way anyway.
High. 3-1.
He's digging a hole for himself here.
Full count.
I don't
Gonna
think
send the runners?
I don't think so. You know, line drive to an infielder, you got a triple play. Strikeout, double play.
The runners go, and it's hit in the air to left center field. It's a gapper, and this game is over. Branson is going to score on the RBI hit by Barry Larkin as the Reds win this one by a score of 5-4 in 10 innings. So Larkin, who was in a real slump, delivers for the Reds here tonight in the 10th inning as Cincinnati wins by a score of 5-4. Larkin coming into that at bat was 1 for 15, but he gets the key hit here tonight. 5-4 final. We'll be back with the totals and a recap in just a moment.
It's time to catch spring fever at Napa, the place more people rely on to keep their vehicles running and to help them save. Get Napa gas shocks and struts. Buy one and get the second one for half price. Spring is the perfect time for this handy 8-piece cooler combo, just $18.99. And easy-to-use no-touch tire care. Buy one for just $2.99 and get the second one free. So spring into your nearest Napa Auto Parts store today.
We're making noise about the new pan pizza deal from Pizza Hut. 2 delicious Pizza Hut cheese pan pizzas for just $9.99. With a thick pan crust, baked with our own fresh dough, jazzy toppings, and a blend of 3 cheeses. We call it Pandemonium. 2 pan pizzas for $9.99. Toppings extra. Now at Pizza Hut. Get it before it's gone.
Meet Bo and Abe, just 2 average teens from the planet Crouton with an insatiable appetite for fun, females, and food.
My brother and I were arrested for eating 75 gallons of ice cream.
These boys are bound to make you laugh.
You tell them we accept the challenge.
Do you guys take anything seriously?
Food, women. Women with food, naked women without food. Hi, hello, how are you?
They came from outer space, weeknights at 5, beginning April 18th on PHL 17.
Our Chevrolet player of the game tonight is Barry Larkin, who's doubled to drive in the winning run in the 10th inning. Won it for the Reds in 10. Larkin had been struggling at the plate, but he smoked one in the gap in left center field. And he's our Chevrolet player of the game. Kevin Mitchell hit a couple of home runs early in this game for Cincinnati. Dave Hollins tied it with a 2-run homer in the 8th, but the Reds win it on Larkin's hit in the 10th. Cincinnati had 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 6 left. Phillies 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, and 7 left. Hector Carrasco will be the winner. Carrasco is 2-0, and the loss goes to David West. He is 0-1. Our next telecast here on the Phillies television network tomorrow afternoon for the second of this 3-game series with the Reds. It'll be Kurt Schilling against John Smiley. We'll be on the air at 2 o'clock with a pregame show hosted by Neil Hartman, followed by the Phillies and the Reds. Check your local listings for the games carried in your area. Once again, the final score in 10, Cincinnati 5 and the Phils 4. For Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler, Harry Callis saying thanks a lot for watching from Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. Talk to you tomorrow on the Phillies television network.
The Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds has been brought to you by Smooth Busch Beer and easy drinking Busch Light. Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. The Yellow Pages 9 out of 10 people use. The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. Your local Chevrolet Geo dealer. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. For 56 years, the health insurance company you can lean on.